following is my pink and plum eyeshadow tutorial using the Natasha Denona Lila Palette, also the Viseart Grande Pro palette. First, I'm going to use the Makeup Forever primer, and I'm going to put it all over my face. I have oily skin, so this is one of the primers that I use. Next, I'm going to use the Tarte Smoothing primer, and I'm going to put this on my T-zone because that's where I have oily skin and I have pores, so I want to minimize my pores there. So, and I'm going to put it on my forehead. Next, I'm going to use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is amazing for oily skin, and I'm going to dot it all over my face. Just using a few dots all over my face, and I'm going to use a Real Technique sponge, and I'm going to pounce it all over my face so it doesn't move. It's like a pouncing motion so it doesn't slide and move. And I'm doing my ears and my chin, my neck, my forehead. Next, I'm going to use the Benefit Foolproof Brow Primer, and this one has two colors. So I'm going to do like a line, like a stencil, and I'm going to do the bottom of my eyebrow. And then I'm going to use the lighter color in the front and a darker color on my tail. And now I'm doing little strokes, kind of making hairs. Next, I'm going to use the darker color, and I'm going to do the outside of my eyebrow. Next, I'm measuring the other eyebrow just to make sure that it starts on the same way. So I'm going to make, again, like a stencil, like a line at the bottom of my eyebrow. Make little strokes. Using the front of it is supposed to be a lighter color, so that's what I'm using. And I'm finishing the back of it with a darker color. And then I'm emphasizing the strokes even more. You just need to make sure that you follow the pattern of your eyebrow. And I'm doing the front now, and I'm kind of evening out the front of my eyebrow, and I'm doing the same thing for the other one. Next, I'm going to use the Nars Soft Matte Concealer in the color Custard, and I'm going to use Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Brush in order to define my brow, and that's what I'm using. And I'm kind of drawing a line just to make sure that the brow beginning of the brow starts the same way as the end. Here I'm going to use the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and I'm going to prime my eyes before I put my eyeshadow. And I'm doing both eyes. Next, I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Lila Palette, and I'm going to use the Wayne Goss eye brushes, and I'm going to use that color there. It's like a plum color. I'm going to put the name in the description box. Next, I'm going to use that pink color, which is like the most beautiful color in the whole palette, and I'm going to put it all over my eye. And this is like butter. I mean, you just use a little bit, and it's just a beautiful color. And I'm going on one side of, I'm putting the eyeshadow above my lid because I have hooded eyes. So you want to make sure that you can see the eyeshadow. And I'm doing my other eye. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm going above my lid just to make sure that it's even. And I'm doing the inside of my my tear duct. again, it's blending, a lot of blending. I'm gonna use those two colors here, that one and that one, and then I'm going to put those and make them even darker. And that's what's giving it like a plum color with the pink. So I'm emphasizing my outer V, and I'm going above my lid, and now I'm using another brush to soften the look. Here in the other eye, I'm doing a V with a darker color to emphasize that I'm like my outer V. And again, I'm going above my lid because I have hooded eyes. Here I'm going to use the Viseart Grande Pro palette, and I'm going to go with those two colors. And I'm going to go on the outside of my eye. I didn't put it there, but I also took a little bit of the purple from the Lila palette. And here I'm doing my brow bone with the Viseart Grande Pro, one of the lighter colors. And I'm doing the other one. And again, I'm blending again just to make sure that it looks smooth. You don't have any hard edges. Next, I'm going to use this color. I do not remember the name of it. I'm going to put it on the description box. And I'm going to do the lid. And again, it's the other eye. It's very close. The way I'm doing my makeup is I like to literally see what I want other people to see, exactly what I'm doing, instead of being so far away. So you might see all my imperfections, but it's okay. And then I'm going to use the Becca brightening corrector. I always use this. Like, this is something that I cannot live without. And anything that I use, any kind of concealer, I use this underneath. Always. It helps with brightening the eye before you put any kind of concealer. I don't know what it has, but it's just amazing. And I'm going to use a MAC Prolong Wear Concealer. And I'm going to put it all over my eyes, under my eyes, and I'm dotting, and I'm just making sure that you have a straight line by my eyeshadow. It's just about blending. And I put it on next to my nose and my chin, and on top of my nose, just highlight it. I usually never put anything on my forehead because I have a small forehead. So it's very rare. And I made a mistake right there. I don't know if you can see that when I did the concealer by my eyeshadow. But later on I'm going to fix that. And I'll show y'all how to fix it. So then here I am. Here's where I'm fixing that. I made a mistake and I went in and I retouch the inside of my eye, and here I'm blending it with a sponge, and here I'm blending again. And right now I'm using the RCMA No Color Powder, and I'm using the Wayne Goss brush, and I'm just I'm setting underneath my eyes. And here I'm using a velour puff, and I'm using the RCMA No Color Powder. And here I'm making sure my eye is. Here I'm using the Viseart eyelash curler. This is like really good for your lashes. And here I'm using the It Cosmetics Tight Line Mascara. Here I'm using the Estee Lauder Mascara. This one here, oh wait, never mind. I'm using the It Cosmetics right now. Here's where I'm using the Estee Estee Lauder mascara, and it has two sides. I'm using the thinner side right now. And then I'm using the other side, which is a thicker side. I don't know why the camera just didn't. There you go. So I'm making as many coats as I can. I don't use fake lashes, so I like my lashes to look really massive. So I'm using again there the It Cosmetics Tight Line Mascara first. And then I'm using the Estee Edit Mascara. And I'm putting as many coats as possible. Here I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eyebrow Gel. And I need to set my eyebrows so they don't move. And they stay in place all day. And that's what I do. Give a few coats. And here I'm going to use the Hourglass Ambient Bronzer. This is in the Eco Tools bronzer brush. And the Hourglass Ambient Bronzer, I use this like literally the whole year. I mean, I use this without any foundation, by itself. I love it. This is a MAC Extra Dimension Blush in Rosy Cheeks. And I'm using the Wayne Gloss brush, and I'm just kind of putting it all over. And next thing you know, I'm using the Smashbox Contour palette with the VIB Rouge brush that I received from Sephora. And I'm just doing it on my cheeks, my jawline, my nose. And then I'm going to carve my cheekbones, and I'm going to use the Real Technique sponge, and I'm going to use the RCMA No Color Powder, and I'm just going to do a straight line in order to make my cheeks sharp. And then I do my nose to counteract with the concealer. Here I'm going to take off the powder, and I'm going to yes, I'm going to take the powder. Here I'm using the highlighter from Hourglass palette. Here I'm using just on the bottom of my eyes, and I'm using the Marc Jacobs highliners, and this is like a wine color, and this one is like a pink color. Like I said, I try to do as close as possible. And here I didn't see it well. There you go. I saw that I wasn't. And here I got one of the colors from the Lila palette. I got a lighter color, and I did my tear duct. And here I'm going to use the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Spray. And then I have to do that before I do the bottom of my mascara. My lashes, because I don't want it to transfer. And here I'm using the YSL lip stain in bright pink, and then this is like really amazing because it stays all day and it doesn't dry your lips. And this is what I do. This is my pink and plum color makeup. And this is what my favorite looks. I hope that y'all liked it.